Hello everyone, welcome back to the latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kavatra and today we are discussing the 3 new indigenous warships that have been added into the Indian Navy. It is quite special. We'll learn about all 3 of them, but it is also special because of the fact that generally the Indian Navy has a tendency of adding only 1 fleet at a time, but this time 3 altogether have been done. It is really special. Let's find out what has been done. All right? Okay. So we have 3 indigenous warships here. Prime Minister on Sunday commissioned 3 indigenously built naval ships. Where? At Kolkata's Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port. Where was it done? Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port, number 1. Why is that done? India's growing maritime strength and it is a push for the defense also and for self-reliance also. The 3 built naval ships, which are the stealth frigate Dunagiri, that is the survey vessel in a large stock. Then we have a survey vessel of Sanshodhak, and an anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft, that is Agray. What are the 3 naval warships that have been added? Dunagiri, Sanshodhak and Agray. These are the 3 ones that have added, and they are representing obviously our combat services, our anti-submarine warfare structures. That is what they are representing. Now this is exceptionally good, as we discussed. This is exceptionally good, and it is rare also because Navy usually commissions only 1 ship at a time, including 3 distinct ships, 3 completely different operational class ships at that. Not just 3 ones, but of different operational class. Like from 1 operational class, we might have added 3 altogether, that is still fine. But these are 3 from different operational classes that showcases how quickly we are growing, how quickly Indian domestic market is growing for the Navy security, right? Which is quite a good step, quite a good signal for our Atmanirbhar Bharat, right? All right, let's understand all these 3. First of all, we are talking about INS Dunagiri. This is the picture of INS Dunagiri that has been added into the Indian Navy. What is it? The mission, basically, it is a heavy combat power projection, multidimensional dominance. And how will it work? It is packed with heavy hitting offensive power, number 1 feature. First feature is heavy hitting power. Second feature is notably BrahMos surface-to-surface cruise missile. It has BrahMos surface-to-surface cruise missile, medium-range surface-to-air network also to defend against aerial threats. While the ship would be running, it won't just be protecting us around the water, it will also be protecting us from the airdrop missiles. Clear? Next thing, what kind of technology is it using? It is using India's advanced stealth frigate. What is a frigate? What is a frigate? Frigate or frigate, whatever you want to pronounce it. The frigate family is basically when, see, a major warship is going around, right? So when you see a major warship, you also see small warships, along with them, 1 large stealth, right? So this is that small warship that is going to accompany the larger one to protect it, okay? Frigates are basically, like if you have a main warship going around, you'll have smaller warships walking around that to protect it. If an attack is coming this way, this ship is not going to retaliate to that. This ship is going to focus on its own attack, right? If it gets into defense, who will attack? If this gets into defense, who will attack? So that way, our entire policy will be shifted to a defense strategy, right? To avoid that, what we do is, we have simultaneous multiple warships, and these focus on retaliating these attacks and defending the main warship so that it continues to move forward, right? This is where we have introduced this INS Dunagiri, right? It will be a good protective layer for our main warships. Clear? That's how this is working. This is the frigate built with long sea legs so that it can have long-term deployment in the shores. Clear? All right. Moving on to our next structure, that is INS Sanshodhak. This is the INS Sanshodhak and its launch that is happening. If we talk about the INS Sanshodhak, this is large vessel, okay? This is not a frigate, this is large vessel in itself. As you can see, it was quite large in the picture also. This is a mission to do hydrographic mapping. We are going to do a hydrographic mapping. This is going to go to the borders, both for 12 nautical miles as well as 200 nautical miles. It will take a roundabout. It will map the entire structure, the base, the surface, everything. That will also help us in mineral mapping, right? It is an additional benefit that will give us about mineral mapping also, and also regarding our safety protocols, right? So this is going to go for a hydrographic mapping, oceans, floor surface survey, and underwater data collection as well, right? It won't have any heavy anti-ship missiles, etc., because obviously its purpose is not for security but main for mapping, right? That is a research. This is like a R&D, right? This is mainly working for R&D as compared to the other ones working for security. All right. So this is a sophisticated oceanographic tool. It has autonomous underwater vehicles, remotely operated vehicles, so that they can go deep into the waters and try to analyze what there is in the ocean surfaces. Yeah. All right. The technology it is using is, it is a fourth ship in the class. It has a shallow coastal, it will map the shallow coastal regions and deep waters also, both of them. The geophysical and navigation data will be captured here, right? It is obviously critical for our other submarines to understand what is there, how they are to prepare themselves for attacks, how they are to use their topography to actually use it in their defense, right? Yep. Next we have INS Agra. INS Agra is basically, working for locating and destroying the submarines in shallow coastal waters. If in the shallow waters there is any submarine that has reached our path, it will be destroying that. Yeah. Then the muscle, if we talk about it, is armed with lightweight torpedoes, indigenous anti-submarine rock launchers, and specialized shallow water sonar rays. Sonar rays that will be tailored to detect quiet vessels. Quiet vessels that are not showing their appearance and quietly lurking around our borders. This radar, the sonar radar, will be able to capture that as well, right? So it has been equipped with that so that we can capture the ones that are trying to hide as well. Yeah, clear? This is also the fourth Anala class craft built for the Navy. Now, instead of standard propellers, it utilizes high maneuverability water jet propulsions. Please remember that. What does this mean? What does this mean? It can dart. You see, you play a dart game. There's the board. You have a dart. You hit it into the center. This is moving at the dart speed, right? It sees the attack and suddenly, like a dart, it will come and hit it, right? That is sudden propulsion. That is sudden propulsion that is being used. Water jet propulsion. It will dart through the shallow coastal belts effectively. And the indigenous content level is over 80%, and it can travel over 1800 nautical miles. After that, it will need to refuel. That's why we say only till shallow waters, right? This is only for the close borders, right? The second one was for mapping, right? Sanshodhak was for mapping. Danagiri was for protection. It was for protection. And this one is for shallow water craft, right? Please remember, anti-submarine warfare, shallow water craft. That's why we are saying shallow water craft. Clear? All right. Let's mark the difference between the three. Let's mark the difference between the three. First of all, we have INS Danagiri P-17A class stealth frigate, right? It has a stealth design, right? It has ASW torpedoes and rockets also, helicopter hangar also, right? And this, obviously, the stealth design, B cells also for BrahMos missile, for Barak missiles also we have cells here, right? The launchers here are available. And as for INS Sanshodhak, Sanshodhak is obviously the survey class missile, vessel. So naturally, it will have helipad for better research services, surveys for motorboat, multi-beam radars for mapping. That is its basic purpose. Survey motorboats are also attached. Then we have INS Agra watercraft, shallow watercraft that has mine laying rails also here. It also has lightweight torpedoes because it is quite small, so it doesn't go far away. So very closely it can attack there, right? Then why are we introducing them? Why are we introducing them? Just take a look. The primary role of INS Danagiri is it has multi-row surface-to-surface missiles, also anti-air defense also, right? Yeah, these are the three major structures why it is happening, and the radar waves being the primary feature. Another thing for INS Sanshodhak is that the primary role it has is hydrophonic survey, ocean research, and chart production, right? Exactly. It has a mapping, it will be mapping the seabed through its radars this way. It will be able to observe the entire seabed and see what is there. This will help us in finding minerals as well. All right. Then we have INS Agra. The primary role is anti-submarine, shallow waters, coastal patrols, and here submarine hunting. Like if there's a submarine coming underwater quietly, it will be able to access it through the radar and shoot it right then and there. Clear? Yeah. So this is specialized in coastal submarine defense. Sanshodhak is maritime domain awareness, and Dunagiri is multidimensional combat power projection. Entered into the structure. Why are we doing this? Because we want to become a self-reliant producer. We want to move towards Atmanirbhar Bharat and prove that, and more importantly, there's always a compromise in our security if we are importing everything from outside, right? To make India more secure, we are having everything built up indigenous, that is in India itself. All right. That is the detail about 3 indigenous warships that have been added: INS Dunagiri, INS Sanshodhak, and INS Agre. I hope that was clear. Yes. All right. So we have a question based on that for you. Read the question and let us know your answer in the comment section. All right. Yeah. We've given a pair to you: INS Dunagiri, INS Sanshodhak, and INS Agre. We've given their details. Which of the pairs are correctly matched? That you have to tell us in the comment section. All right. Okay, that was about it. Thank you so much for joining in. See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.